I know what your life looks like. You love to help people, waking up every day with a purpose and a career that you love. You know what? You're a great person. You know that? You understand that we live in a world where people need guidance, and you're going out of your way to lead a group of lost souls. You probably didn't know this, but the reason why thousands of your followers look up to you for advice is because they admire and respect the person who you are today. They respect the fact that you're not like other influencers in your space. You physically embody your message, and you're not just posting valueless content for views. They see themselves in you. You were once in their same position, but against all odds, you managed to push through and made it as far as you did. You know how difficult it was to pick up a new skill set, but now you have the wisdom to steer people down the right path. And trust me when I say this, I know how you feel. In case you've never seen me before, my name is Jefta, and I'm a 17-year-old student entrepreneur and YouTuber, and I've been in the online business space since late 2022. And back when I was 16 years old, I fell into a deep rabbit hole of consuming content from, let's just say, a controversial influencer, Andrew Tate. And from then on, I knew that I wanted my life to have an impact on other people. I started an online business, and then I began documenting it on my YouTube channel. As I learned more and more about my business, I started sharing it with my audience. And if I'm being completely honest with you, these are the types of comments that add fuel to my fire, and they're the reason why I'm never going to stop doing what I'm doing. Now, fast forward to today. I've created a community for my audience, and that's allowed me to have a much stronger impact on my followers. But I'm still learning every day just like you, and I've recently discovered something about my business that's going to allow me to take my influence to the next level. And I thought I'd bring you along because if I share the sauce, both of us could benefit from it. Does that sound fair? Okay, good. But before I get into that, if you think that all this social media stuff is cringe and that influencers need to get real jobs, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. I'm only making this for those of you who can relate to my story and for those of you who want to make a full-on living by posting content on social media. In this video, I'm going to be going over exactly what you need to do to live this life step by step and start making over 25 grand a month by providing life-changing value to your followers. If I were you, I'd get out a pen and a notepad or whatever note-taking apps you would like to use and focus on nothing but this video for the next 20 minutes because at the end, I have a surprise for you, but it'll only make sense if you focus on what I'm about to tell you. Are you ready? All right. Let's get into it. So first, I'm going to start off with the basics because this first step is usually where most people go wrong. You've probably heard of the YouTube AdSense or the TikTok creativity program. And essentially, it's when creators on their respective platforms get monetized and start getting paid by social media companies. And depending on the type of content you post, I'm going to use YouTube for example. If you have 500,000 subscribers, then with YouTube AdSense, you would make anywhere from $500 to $2,500 a month. First off, this is a good milestone to hit, so don't get me wrong. The thing is, $2,500 a month isn't really enough to live fully off of posting content on social media. And the thing is, AdSense is just one stream of income, and every person in business understands that you can't rely on just one stream of income because God forbid you get canceled and lose everything. Like imagine being a full-time influencer and then you get canceled and then you have to go back to work a 9-to-5 job. I know for a fact that me personally, knowing that I've lost my freedom and my purpose just wouldn't sit well with me, and I know it wouldn't sit well with you either. So if you can relate to me at all, we are not the same as everybody else. We understand that life is what we make it, and our goal is to live a life where we're able to travel whenever we want and take care of those who matter the most to us. Our goal is complete freedom. So, how do you make sure you don't lose everything based on a social media platform's decision? Well, you need to learn how to monetize your content without relying on these social media companies. Okay, we're making progress here. The next thing I want to talk to you about is brand deals. And again, don't get me wrong. This is a good way to make money with social media, but the thing is, if you do take on brand deals, then you can easily fall into the brand deal trap and unintentionally put a cap on your income. And what I mean when I say brand deal trap is this. With brand deals, you're still relying on another company to pay you based on your performance. It seems pretty stable, but at the end of the day, you won't make any money if you're not advertising their product. And I know that sounds pretty obvious, but all that means is that you're pretty much working for them. And you will never reach the freedom that you're looking for if the amount of money that you make is not completely in your control. And you understand what it's like promoting somebody else's product on your page. It literally puts your entire brand on the line. If you slip up once and promote a product that you don't ever really use, then that's gonna ruin your entire reputation. And worst of all, your followers are gonna start calling you a sellout or even a scammer, and that's just not worth it. But depending on how much impact you want to have on your platform and depending on how long you want to have an impact on people for, then playing this brand deal game is pretty risky. But at the end of the day, if I stopped making money from any of my businesses and my family was literally starving to death, I would have no problem taking on like a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship deal to pay the bills. But realistically, that's never going to happen. So this whole time, I've been waiting to tell you the best way to make money on social media. But the thing is, most influencers don't do this because of two reasons. One, they either hate entrepreneurs or they think super negatively of them, or two, they simply just don't know where to start. I have no doubt that you fit in one of these two categories. So sit back, get comfortable, because now it's time to start taking notes. By now, you should know that I was an entrepreneur before I became a YouTuber. So I'm just saying this to remind you that my mind understands business, right? So after looking into this social media business scene for a little bit, from what I've seen work and from what just makes sense is that the best way to make money on social media in 2024 is to sell a product to your audience. And the best product that you could possibly sell to your audience is an online info community. And if you don't know what that is, let me explain. I don't know if you've ever heard of a YouTuber called Hamza, but he's been posting self-improvement content for men for the last 4 years. And as of this recording, he has 2.3 million subscribers on YouTube. He's pretty much the tribe leader of the young men he posts content for, and he sells info communities. Funnily enough, before I got my head into this online business space, whenever I heard that influencers were trying to sell me literally anything, I would immediately think that they were trying to scam me or something. But with Hamza, that wasn't the case. I'm not a member of his paid community or anything, but I am subscribed to him on YouTube and I'm a member of his free community, simply because of how much value he posts on his YouTube channel completely for free. He makes hour-long video guides and tutorials on going to the gym, improving your diet, making money online, quitting bad habits, and a bunch of other stuff. And as a 17-year-old trying to improve my life and fulfill my purpose, his content has definitely guided me, and it's partly why I am where I am today. But that's besides the point. The impact Hamza has on his community is incredible. Every couple of months, he hosts a meetup with his paid community where he goes out to spend time and train with them at a local gym. Hamza's based in Scotland right now, but he's traveled to London, Bali, Amsterdam, and a bunch of other countries just to hang out with his tribe. And whenever he hosts these meetups, the time he spends with his community is genuinely life-changing, to say the least. And the best part about this is that this business model pays for itself. Hamza has 1,000 people in his paid community paying $129 a month for access. And that means he's making nearly $130,000 a month with this business model. And that's why I say it's easy to make upwards of 25 grand a month with this. When you start selling your paid community, you'd be telling your members everything you know about whatever you're interested in. And this way, you'd be able to lead your followers much more directly because you'd be giving your advice on what you're passionate about to a smaller, more serious group of people compared to the general audience you're speaking to when you're normally posting content. What Hamza is doing is the perfect example of why an online info community is the best product you could possibly sell. Not only can you generate multiple thousands of dollars every single month with this, but the impact you would have on your private community is literally 1,000,000 times stronger than the impact you would have on your general audience when you're regularly posting content. And if you want to be that influential leader you said you were at the beginning of this video, then this business model is the perfect fit for you. Now, as I mentioned earlier, my entire brand is to go out into the field to learn more about this social media business model and then report it back to my audience to develop my knowledge and to grow my community. I definitely still have a long way to go, but I could already see the impact I have on people's lives. And the information I've just learned and shared with you is what's going to allow me to take my influence to the next level. But the thing is, I know for a fact there's going to be a problem with this in the next couple of months because as more and more beginners learn about this business model, then influencers aren't going to know who to trust because they're just just going to be so many empty promises. So if starting a paid info community is something that you are interested in, but you're on the fence about, then you need to take action fast, because in a couple of months, there are going to be amateurs DMing you every single day, asking you to just pay them a fat monthly retainer. But that doesn't apply to me. After this video, take a look at my YouTube channel. My entire brand is about sharing and documenting my entrepreneurial journey as authentically as possible to grow my audience. I haven't been running this channel for longer than a year, but I've documented myself starting, failing, and switching business model after business model. And that's just what makes me relatable to my audience. But recently, my followers have watched me hit a turning point in my business, and that was after I discovered the hidden secrets of the online info community business model. You see, in December of 2023, I finally got the ball rolling. I managed to sign a client for this online info community business, and ever since then, we've been having weekly calls going over sales and marketing funnels and building the actual info community. Hopefully, knowing that I'm not a fake agency owner should put your mind at rest, because not only do I know what I'm doing, but I'm currently doing this for a big time influencer. So believe me, I'm not out here making empty promises. So with that said, how would you personally go about starting an online info community from scratch? Well, I'd first learn about the basics of the business model, which is how to host and sell an info product. The platform that I use for my creator is called COET.ai. There's another one called School, but COET is just a million times better because of all of its features, but that shouldn't matter right now until you're actually ready to start building out your community. Good hosting platforms cost anywhere from $50 to $200 a month, which sounds like a lot, but you'll be making so much more money than this, and the expenses will cover themselves. And this is how. So the most basic way to attract clients into your paid community is like this. First, you would post content on whichever platform you would prefer. I'd throw in a mix of short form content and a bit of long form just to diversify your audience. And then from there, you direct all of your traffic you get on your socials to a landing page that you would build out on COET. And once they fill out all their information on the landing page, you could sell access to your paid community for $50 to $199 a month. So if 4 people out of the thousands of your followers do buy your paid community, you're already at a net profit. Does that make sense? Remember at the beginning of this video when I told you to get something you could take notes with? Good. Well, because here I'm going to be going over something that you do not want to forget when you're building out your paid info community. Your goal is to make your paid community so valuable that all of your followers think it's the one-stop shop to solve all of their problems. And to do this, you need to create super high value courses inside your paid community. And all a course is just ultra specific pieces of content about a certain topic. That's it. Inside your course, you could have long form videos, short form videos, Notion templates, or PDFs and ebooks, because since they've already paid you for access, you have no need to gatekeep any of your secrets. So this is your opportunity to build trust with your community members by providing as much value as you possibly can. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So I've been working with my creator for over a month now, and after hopping on several calls with him, I figured out exactly how the overall community producing process works. So I guess it's time to share. So before you begin producing the actual community, you need to take some time and create a vision for your program and start building its foundations. And all that means is that you need to start creating the sales and marketing funnels you would use to attract more people to your product and then get them to pull out their credit card and actually buy from you. Because the thing is with paid communities, the same funnel doesn't work with everyone, and you don't want to waste your time building something that's not even gonna sell. My client has about 255,000 followers on TikTok, 6,000 followers on Instagram, and about 13,000 subscribers on YouTube. He obviously doesn't have the same amount of followers spread out evenly across all of his platforms, and that's why the funnel I made for him was not generic. On our first call, I helped him create an optimized sales funnel that would allow him to convert the largest percentage of his audience into his paid community, and it was obviously specifically tailored to his needs. And then over our next few calls, I helped him script out his video sales letter, which would end up being the highest converting aspect of any sales funnel, and then I helped him outline the contents for his program. And just as a bonus, I helped him optimize his social media profiles, which would help him build credibility and trust, which would end up helping him sell more people into his paid community. And I did all of this for free simply because of the package deal that comes along with our partnership. But that's not all. Once we do develop a proper relationship, then I will check in on you every week to make sure you're making progress with producing content and providing as much value as possible. And while you do that, I'll be focusing on handling the back end of the community. And again, the reason why I do this, unlike any of the other people in my industry, is because I understand what it feels like to impact lives, and it feels amazing. And I want you to feel that too. So not only will I help you make tens of thousands of dollars every single month, but I'll also help you become a leader in this world. And to do that, all you need to do is just post content of whatever you're passionate about. And the thing is, you're already doing that. So listen to me when I say this. You have already been through the pitfalls and the struggles. You were once in the position where your followers are at today, and that's why they're looking to you for guidance. And if you made it this far in this video, then you're just like me. You're a content creator and you love what you do. You love teaching people and you want to be a leader, but not only that, you want to buy back your time and you want to be able to treat the people you love to the life they deserve. And running a paid community will undeniably get you there. And even with my client today, there are two main principles that help them become completely free in today's social media attention economy. Number one, the more impact you have, the more money you'll make. And this has always remained true. My creator went from posting 2 TikToks a day about basic self-improvement tips to hosting daily Q&A calls to the more advanced members of his paid community, and that has skyrocketed his income. And principle number 2, better education is the answer to a better future for us all. And I think we could both agree that the future of education is undoubtedly online. So just imagine how accomplished you would feel if you built an incredibly profitable business as a direct result of impacting thousands of lives for the better. And that's why I wanted to bring you along with me. Because after watching all of those Andrew Tate videos, I realized how much of an impact I wanted to have on other people's lives for the better, and I can help you do the same. So how does that sound? So to quickly recap what you need to do. First, you need to create the foundations of your program through funnel outlines. Then you need to build out your community on a hosting platform like COET. And finally, you need to market it properly so it sells and allows you to reach that dream outcome. And here's my offer. I will help you sell 200 people into your paid community in 90 days or less. And all you need to do is go all in on recording content for the next 3 months. And I know that at some points, recording all of that content will be exhausting, but trust me, this will be worth it. So if you watch this video all the way through and you're serious about scaling your impact as well as your income, then click the first link in the description, which will direct you to my Instagram page. And then from there, DM me the word impact and I'll schedule a call with you to go over the course foundations and see if we would be a good fit working together. That being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to speak with you soon.